was really scary to hear that the stress that I was experiencing was physically harming my body. It's not that. Oh, and then I get to use a rolling pin. I have never used a rolling pin. I have one. I don't know why, but I do have one. My mom and I had a mother-daughter day and spent a fun day together. We found this trail and we walked on it for a while. The leaves were so pretty. It was just a gorgeous day. After that, we grabbed some coffee and some lunch. This pumpkin pie frappe was so delicious. We also walked around uptown and explored a street that my granny used to work on at a pharmacy, and that's actually where she met my papa. I thought I would just do a quick little catch up after the video that I made that I finally got posted and edited the other day. Today is Thursday, November 21st, and I just got back from the grocery store and my car's a disaster. Take my stepdaughter her cheer bag that she forgot, so I'm gonna get these groceries put up and then head back for her game tonight. She's cheering for basketball, so I'm gonna go watch that. And I just wanted to talk a little bit more. In my previous video, I was talking about the effects that the stress had on me and how bad it was, and that thankfully it was just mental and it didn't actually manifest physically. But I filmed that video in September. I had to go to my doctor in October, and I had just saw her earlier that year, before the merger, I think in early May, and she was listening to my heart longer than she usually does, which I thought was a little strange, but I didn't think that much about it at first. And then I found out that I was experiencing, they're called PVCs, which is premature ventricle contractions. And I think they're pretty common, but it was happening like constantly while she was listening to my heart, and she would tell me when it was happening, and it really freaked me out because I had noticed that it's almost like a flutter, but it felt like anxiety for me because I do have anxiety, and I would notice it really bad in moments where I felt overwhelmed or just had so much going on that I couldn't catch up or concentrate, and I just thought that was my anxiety. I found out that it was actually like a physical manifestation of it, essentially, and it was literally causing my heart to skip beats and to just beat irregularly. So that was really scary to hear that the stress that I was experiencing was physically harming my body. So she ended up taking me out of work. Thankfully, I do have FMLA, and I'm still able to get paid while I'm out. I have a lot of feelings about it. I'm still trying to kind of work through them, but after 1 week of being away, I've started to feel like a whole new person. I don't think I fully realized how bad it was affecting me, and to the degree that it was affecting me, until I was able to get out of it for a little while. And actually, it almost feels like I was in this fog and I couldn't see anything, and when I got away, everything became like crystal clear. I had to go back again for a follow-up appointment a few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I had to drive right by where I work at, and I've not really noticed any of the PVCs. There would be like one sporadically every now and then, but my stress level has drastically diminished. Like, I'm just so happy. When I drove by the office though, I started to kind of feel anxious, and I got an app on my Apple Watch. I think it's called ECG Plus, and I try to check it every day just to see if anything's going on, and then I have a record of it. I watched it. Like, it shows you in like real time the recording, and it like did a whoop, and then it went back up. When my doctor listened to my heart, she did not hear the PVCs, which is a great sign. So overall, it sounds like they are definitely improving. It seems like they're also easily triggered and brought back, depending on what kind of situation I'm in. So that's something I'm really gonna have to be very mindful of if I'm still experiencing them when I go back this next time in December. She wants me to wear, it's like a monitor, I guess, and I have to push a button anytime I feel like I'm having one of the PVCs occurring. And most likely what that will lead to is me having to be put on some sort of medication to help regulate my heartbeat, I think. I don't really know that much about all of this. I've done some research, but to me it's just amazing how, I mean, I would not have known that anything was wrong with me. I mean, yeah, I felt awful, and I was pretty overwhelmed constantly and irritable, but I really thought it was like other external factors that were causing my frustration. I didn't realize that it was the environment that I was in and all of the extreme stress that I had underwent. So yeah, it's crazy the effects that stress can have on your body and just your overall well-being. I'm reading or listening to a book on Audible now. It's called The Body Keeps Score. And it talks about how certain experiences or prolonged stress can kind of predisposition you to be possibly more likely to develop certain diseases. And again, I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. I do feel in so many ways like our mind and body are really all connected and everything works together. And this entire experience has just been such a wake-up call for me. And it's really made me think about what is truly a priority to me. It's great to be able to have nice things and have financial freedom to an extent, but I've noticed that I have had such a less desire to blow or spend money these last few weeks. It seemed like I had an urge to do that. It was almost like I was trying to self-medicate with that in a way, or I told myself I'm working extremely hard. I deserve to go buy all this stuff. I deserve to have this. And I haven't wanted to do any of that the past few weeks. Being at home and like actually having time to cook, clean, work on creative projects and things that I've wanted to work on, do the things that really truly bring me happiness and joy. That is so much better than going shopping every day. I had no energy to cook, so we would eat out constantly every night. And when you're feeding 3 people, I mean, that gets really expensive. It's just amazing what kind of toll that can take. And when you're in it, I don't think you even realize that it's happening, because I think it happens really gradually. I don't think it's just something that you automatically realize is occurring until you essentially like hit a wall and you can't do anymore, you can't take anymore, which is definitely the point that I got to. I'm learning that some things are more important than how you look, or I've realized too that I have put so much of my identity in who I am in my job and what I do for a living. And I think that is also what led to me like becoming very stressed out, because it felt like my job was my biggest priority, because if I failed at that, I was failing as a person. Been doing a lot of self-reflection. I am keeping kind of like a burnout recovery journal, to where every day I kind of like write what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, and yeah, guess we'll see where this journey takes me. It's exciting and terrifying all at the same time. Yeah, as I get more updates, I will talk more about this. I think that's pretty much everything that I had right now. Just wanted to kind of do a recap as to what's going on with my health. Again, while I've been completely absent for the last 9 to 10 months, probably, roughly. Hope y'all are having a great day. So today I'm going to attempt to make my granny's angel biscuits. I tried to make a loaf of sourdough the other day and it did not turn out good at all. I think I need some practice with that, but I'm gonna try to make these angel biscuits. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I really want to make them. My granny passed away in 2018 and I haven't had these since before she got sick, so I'm really excited to try these and see how they turn out. And I thought it'd be fun if I kind of showed you the recipe and what it involves. I have a mixer, so I'm definitely going to use that. It mentions folding things into dough, so I think that might be my best option. But let's see how this goes. I'm hoping I can get this recipe down before then and I can make them to take to Thanksgiving. On this. I haven't used it in a very long time. I'm pretty sure this is for baking, right? This is about as close to 2/3 as I can get. Let's see how this goes. So right now it looks like this. I don't know if that's right, but it says to let it sit and rise for an hour to 1 to 3 hours, I think is what it says. Let's see. Yeah, cover and let rise for 1 to 3 hours. I'm a little scared about the part after that because it says flour board, grease fingers, and knead. Not gonna be very experienced with that. Oh, and then I get to use a rolling pin. I have never used a rolling pin. I have one. I don't know why, but I do have one. I am gonna cover this and we will let it rise. Hopefully it will rise better than my sourdough did. But yeah, this is what we have so far. I'm gonna use a little Christmas towel and cover it up and let it sit. Hopefully rise. And I'll come back and check it. So, to be continued.